Okay, hello everybody and welcome. My name is Roy King and I'm the Digital Design Manager for EPI's Marketing and Communications Department. Thank you all so much for joining us. Before we begin, there's just a few quick housekeeping rules to go over that will help keep the presentation running smoothly. So first of all, please take a moment to make sure that your Zoom display name matches the first and last name listed on your EPI profile. If you need to update your name, click on Participants, which should be located at the bottom of the screen. Click on the three dots next to your name and then Rename. A box will pop up where you can then type in your name. If you are joining through a mobile device, the instructions are similar. Tap on Participants, tap on your name, and then Rename. We appreciate you doing this as it helps us keep up with attendance and follow-up. Second, to help minimize background noise, we ask that you please stay muted throughout the presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat. Joining us are team members from admissions and support. They will be in the chat answering as many questions as possible. We will also be taking some time to address questions at the end of the webinar. And finally, for privacy reasons, we will not be answering any questions that are specific to your application. If you need help with your application, please send an email to team@teachwithepi.com and our admissions team will be happy to assist you. That email address will be in the chat and we will share it again at the end of the webinar. Again, thank you all for being here. And now I'm going to pass it over to Shelley, who is going to start us off today.
Right. Thank you, Roy. And hi, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. We are so very happy that you could join us. Your host for this presentation will be me, Shelley Jump, EPI's Communications Manager, and Tara Cook, Program Services Specialist. Near the end of today's presentation, we are also going to hear from Molette Ndebele, one of our incredible EPI program members from Zimbabwe, who will be sharing her experiences while teaching in the USA. So we're going to kick off by talking about what EPI is. EPI is officially a cultural exchange program that is designated by the U.S. Department of State. We currently sponsor teachers in Virginia, West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, and we are a program that consists of thousands of teachers in over 450 schools. EPI's goal is to strengthen K-12 education by discovering and empowering the world's best international teachers in order to facilitate authentic cultural exchange. The results include teachers and students that become lifelong learners, embrace 21st century skills, and serve as change agents in an interconnected world of understanding. So why should you choose EPI as your sponsor? At first, we pride ourselves in providing both benefits and assistance to all teachers in our program. So let's start by talking about the benefits. EPI has no application or placement fee. We offer a competitive salary that is comparable with the salary of any teacher with a similar background and experience teaching in the United States. We give all teachers participating in our program a no-interest loan and a U.S. cell phone. EPI also offers every program member 24/7 on-demand cultural, instructional, and wellness support for any challenges that they might face while in the United States. Participating in our program also provides a lot of benefits for people in your home country and the United States as part of our partnership. As a program, we help schools in both countries prepare their students for a global economy. You'll get the opportunity to promote your country's ideas, values, and traditions while in the United States, and you'll also be able to connect teachers in your home country with incredible teachers around the world as you introduce them to your American and EPI colleagues. As an example of everything this partnership can accomplish, we have a video highlighting the power of cultural exchange and how it shapes teachers, students, and school communities.
I really love teaching, so I want that students from other countries can learn Spanish not only as a language but also as a whole culture.
I decided to teach in the US for a change of scenery, for a sharing of culture, and of course, educational widening of my horizon. For me, it's the best way to be more exposed to the world.
I think the United States has a lot to offer me as a teacher. I really enjoy this culture, and I love teaching my culture too.
Well, as a teacher, I think that I can grow up with this knowledge. I have now new tools, and I can become a better teacher with all of these experiences.
I am here to impact lives, and whatever capacity that leads, whatever opportunities arise in Jamaica when I go back, I'm going to be using those opportunities to see how best I can impact the lives of people.
You can already listen to kids saying expressions that they will not use in the States, and they will mix English and Spanish using those expressions. That is something I try my best to use every single day so they learn a real Spanish.
I think cultural exchange is very important because it helps students become more exposed to the world and not just limit their knowledge with their own perspective.
The sooner we understand that we are a global community, the better. It will help people to understand each other. That's the main barrier that we have.
We are international teachers, and we come here to show who we are and also to show the others how we can transform our environment in our school system.
You be a part of these programs and you form a network that you never thought possible. You develop some friendships that you never thought possible. It helps to build you as a person.
We live in a multicultural world. Cultural change is helpful to understand every single person and to know that we are not alone in this world.
Learning is something that is dynamic. It is ongoing. I want to use what I have to go back to Jamaica, and then whatever I garner in Jamaica, I'm able to come back here as well and impart the knowledge again and just keep it rolling. It's like a cycle.
One of the students gave me a letter and said that your class is the reason why I go to school. And for me, it means that I'm making a difference, one student at a time.
In addition to the benefits, we also have assistance for all of our place teachers. We provide relocation and housing resources. We give flight reimbursement up to $750 for all of our teachers traveling to the United States. And once you arrive, we will help you set up a US bank account so that you have everything you need to thrive in the United States. So now we're going to break down some of our processes for becoming an EPI teacher, starting with the admissions process. Some of our eligibility requirements are that you are currently teaching, you have the equivalent of a US bachelor's degree, you have advanced English skills, and you have 2 years of full-time teaching experience. We will also ask that you have a valid passport, professional profile picture, and proof of employment letter from your current school. One of the key parts of moving through the admissions process quickly is communication. If you are waiting to upload documents, please let us know so that we can help guide you to other areas of your application that you can work on. If you have specific preferences for placement, again, please let us know so that we can make those notes and recommendations early on in the process, making it more likely for us to meet those requests. In terms of collecting documents that are needed for the application, we recommend that the time to start that is now. Many of these documents take time to obtain. For example, we require official copies of your diplomas and transcripts, criminal record checks, and proof of employment letters from your previous schools. Other items that we also ask for include all pages of your current and expired passports, references from supervisors and coworkers, home tie documentation, bank statements, and a credential evaluation. You will also need to complete 2 video call interviews with EPI team members. The first of these video calls is the pre-screen consultation. This phone call is a 10 to 15-minute conversation where we determine your J1 visa eligibility, your placement recommendations, and legal eligibility. Once you have passed that pre-screen consultation, you will then be invited to a more in-depth teacher qualification interview. This is a 20-minute interview that goes over topics such as classroom management, parent and student interactions, subject knowledge, and many more teaching topics. At the end of the interview, you will also have a 5-minute recording session that is for your video resume. Your video resume is a brief clip about you that will be used as your first impression with U.S. principals looking to interview EPI teachers. This is a very important video as it can lead to interviews with schools, so we ask that you please come well prepared for that recording. You will then have 5 minutes to ask any questions that you might have for EPI team members, and we recommend that you always come prepared for questions for interviews as it demonstrates your engagement in the process and excitement for the opportunity. And then once you have passed all of the interviews, you've provided all of the documentation listed, you will then be moved to the approved stage. The approved stage is where you will become eligible for principal interviews and begin the placement process. And to talk more about that, I am going to pass it over to Tara.
Thanks, Shelley. Now we are going to take a more in-depth look at our placement season. All right. So through the end of the summer, EPI will be connecting our approved teacher candidates with our partner schools here in the USA. This will be a busy time here at EPI, so we encourage you to work through your application as quickly as possible so that we can help you connect with our schools. And now we'll look at the placement timeline. So EPI starts by recommending our candidates to schools that we think will be a good fit. Our team helps you create a video resume that schools can look at to learn more about you and your teaching style. When a school is interested in meeting you, we arrange an interview and provide you with information about the position and the school. Our team will help you prepare for your interview, providing you with tips on how to make a great first impression. After your interview, the school will let our team know if they're interested in proceeding, and the placement team will contact you about the outcome. Finally, when you are offered a position at a school, we will deliver an offer letter to you in an email that will outline your contract and your offered salary. The process has a lot of stages, but the EPI team is here to help you every step of the way. So now let's look at our placement states. We currently place teachers in these 5 states on the East Coast: West Virginia, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida. We're always accepting applications for teachers in all subjects, but some subjects have more openings than others. This is a list of subjects that our partner schools are always looking for teachers in. Those subjects are mathematics, elementary education, special education, science, English language arts, world languages, music, and art. However, if you do not teach in these subjects, please know there are still openings available for you. So now I want to take a quick moment to share with you some success stories from our EPI teachers. Being named International Teacher of the Year at her school, Felicia has made a lasting impression on her students and colleagues. In recognition of her work, she was also selected as one of 4 finalists for the district's International Teacher of the Year award. Her passion for teaching, commitment to her students, and the global perspective that she brings to the classroom are just a few of the reasons that she stands out. Also from Ghana, Sediji was named Teacher of the Year at his school and he went on to become a finalist for District Teacher of the Year. He also dedicates time to coaching soccer, where he was recently recognized as Middle School Conference Coach of the Year. Through both academics and sports, he has played a meaningful role in shaping his school community. We're continually inspired by the dedication and care that teachers like Felicia and Setaji show in their classrooms each day. Moments of recognition like these reflect the lasting impact that EPI teachers have not only in their schools, but also their communities across the United States, and we're honored to support them through their journey. So now that we've talked about successes, our last section of the presentation is about the onboarding process and the support that EPI will provide. Before you arrive in the United States, we will connect you with an onboarding representative. They will be your main point of contact, both while you are preparing for your trip here, as well as during travel. You'll have the opportunity to meet with them over video for help with housing and other community resources that are available to you. They will also be communicating with you frequently over the phone and email, so you are always connected to the EPI team. We also have a special EPI forum where current program members can share tips for things such as housing and purchasing a vehicle. This is also a place that teachers can post that they are looking for a roommate, or leaving program members may be selling their items before returning to their home country. Also, one of the best parts about EPI's onboarding process is our local liaison program. Our local liaisons are our veteran, currently teaching EPI teachers who are placed in or near your school district. We'll connect you with an amazing teacher who will be your mentor and a resource for you while you are getting settled in the United States. Our local liaisons are the heart of our teaching community. They go above and beyond to help our first-year teachers. So we'll talk a little bit more about one of these resources that we provide in pre-arrival. We call it the CORE, or the Community Onboarding Resources for Educators. It's part of the EPI Forum. This is something your onboarding representative will help you become familiar with. It's where you can find a lot of resources and recommendations for available and affordable housing and transportation. Our support team works hard to keep the core full of the most up-to-date and useful information for our new teachers, and our current ones too. This is also where you'll find a lot of information about your school district and the surrounding community as well. So now we'll talk about arrival and orientation. One of the most exciting moments of your start with EPI is your orientation experience. Once you arrive in the United States, you will take airport transportation to the hotel where EPI has set up for your in-person orientation. Orientation itself is full of a lot of important information. The EPI team will walk you through more of EPI's program rules and regulations, the expectations after you leave orientation and into your new community, and provide training on teacher wellness and professionalism. Orientation is a lot of fun, and it will be your chance to meet so many new colleagues from around the world. We also provide you with an online orientation training course that you'll complete before your arrival in the United States. We have many resources to help you feel prepared when you arrive at your new school. And what I want to do now is show you a video to show you just how great of an event that orientation can be. So here's a video of highlights from last year's orientation. Doesn't that look like fun? It's a great time for everybody. So now we'll take a look at our post-arrival checklist. This final step is what we call the post-arrival process. This is everything that comes after you have attended your in-person orientation with the EPI team. You'll arrive in your community and work through what we call the 30-day post-arrival process and plan that is provided by your onboarding representative. This representative will help you move through a checklist to make sure all of your documents have been completed and submitted correctly. They will also answer any other questions you may have as you get settled in to your new community. We also provide lots of different types of support and ongoing professional development throughout your time in the EPI program. The three main types of support are cultural, instructional, and personal. For cultural support, we have resources available that can help you navigate culture shock and provide check-ins with our trained support staff. For instructional support, we offer one-on-one coaching by the EPI support team, many of whom are former teachers themselves. Finally, personal support helps with self-care and wellness strategies. We know that navigating a new job in a new country can be daunting, which is why we are dedicated to providing help whenever you need it. Our staff can also provide you with professional development training to help you grow as an educator during your time here in our program. So now we're going to take a quick look at what these professional development resources look like. EPI has its very own series of teacher education books called the Launch Your Classroom book series. By the same name, we also have online courses with many YouTube videos that provide instruction on classroom management, student engagement, building rapport, lesson planning, active learning, and more. Our support staff uses the Launch Your Classroom series when providing one-on-one coaching, and all of those Launch Your Classroom resources are available for free for all EPI program members. So now I want to take a moment to introduce a very special guest speaker who will be joining us today. Milette Ndebele is currently an elementary education teacher that joined EPI during the 2024-2025 school year. Since then, she's not only made an impact in her classroom, but also in the broader community as well. In 2025, she was honored at a local community luncheon where she served as a guest speaker, sharing her journey as a cultural exchange teacher. Her story is also a great example of the kind of support and connection that can grow through this program. Through a local Adopt a Teacher initiative, members of the community generously donated school supplies, showing just how valued and supported international teachers can be. In addition to her work in the classroom, Milette gives back by serving as a 2026 local liaison, where she supports and mentors new EPI teachers as they begin their own journeys here in the United States. Today, she's here to share her personal experience, talk about what it's like to teach in the US, and what it has meant to her. So, Milette, I'm now going to pass it over to you.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. I know our time zones are different. My name is Molet Ndebele. I'm going to greet you in your own language. I can say Jambo, I can say Ujambo, some I can say Ola, and I can say Salibonani in my own language. I come from Zimbabwe. I came to the United States of America in July 2024. I have 15 years plus experience in teaching kindergarten classes. Next slide. Okay, in brief about me, I can say I arrived in July 2024. I started a new journey, that is a new chapter, as a kindergarten teacher, which means I'm teaching the youngest student at school. And I came from Zimbabwe with a purpose. That one purpose is to teach and share the Zimbabwean culture with the American children. Today, I'm going to share my journey with you. Firstly, I'm going to talk about relocating from my country, Africa, Zimbabwe, to United States of America in Florida. It is more than moving. It affects your mind, it affects your body, it affects your identity. Your thinking patterns, assumptions, and the things that you value are going to be challenged every day. Please be ready and to question yourself as well, and be ready to reframe and change. Your body is going to be affected as well. The climate change, Florida is very hot, but it's a beautiful, everyone comes to Florida. I was so lucky to come to Florida. Whoever is going to North Carolina, is going to anywhere in America, go and embrace the new weather patterns, and your body is going to be a little bit affected, but you're going to enjoy it, as you see that I'm glowing. Thank you. So you have to move with awareness, and please live with freedom in the United States of America. I want to talk about culture shock, what I discovered when I came here. Please bear in mind that culture is a language, and you must learn it, and you have to speak it. First, I can talk about the school year. Remember that in Zimbabwe, our school starts in January, and here in America, the school starts in August. Dress code in our country, we are dressed informally, but here we are supposed to dress in a very comfortable manner, or it can be casual in a classroom setup. Please remember that the American children are very highly exposed to technology. Sometimes you get challenged by them. Sometimes they teach you some technological advances that they have here. And remember about different holidays. United States of America have different holidays from African countries. US has Thanksgiving days. In my country, we don't have Thanksgiving days. I don't know about Kenya. I don't know about Philippines. I don't know about Spain. Please embrace Halloween days, Thanksgiving days, as this is part of your students' culture. Beliefs and norms. Culture shapes beliefs and practices. Remember, what's normal at your home may be different here. Please observe that before you judge anyone. A classroom norm. Student speaks freely to the teachers here in America. In Africa, we can say a teacher is an authority in a classroom, but here we are working as a team, student, teachers, and parents. Food and daily life. You cannot talk about living without talking about food. That's my favorite part. What challenged me as Molet coming from Zimbabwe, as food is very different in the United States of America. Here, people eat large portions of food, and the ingredients vary. And the grocery stores are everywhere. You don't have to drive a long distance to go to a grocery store. The good news is that African grocery shops are also here in the United States of America. You can bring fufu and some stuff, but you still find it here. You can bring your favorite foods from your home. Food can be wonderful to share your culture. Remember, food is what you eat. Your culture is what you talk and what you eat. So you have to come and share. My tip about food culture is that there are some days when you're supposed to cook and bring to the school and share with your student and share with your colleagues as well. So that is the only way you can as well share your culture with your colleagues. And the moment you start eating together with your colleagues, you're embracing each other's culture through food. My lived experiences in Zimbabwe versus United States of America. Zimbabwe schools, we find government schools and we find private schools. I taught both in government and private schools. In the United States, we call them charter schools and public schools. formal learning in Zimbabwe, and there's a structured curriculum. United States of America, there's a flexible student-centered learning in as much as is guided by the curriculum. In Zimbabwe, there are final exams that carry the most weight. But here, United States of America, you must bear in mind that there is an ongoing and continuous assessment that is done, and data. Most of the information should be entered, and you submit data to show that teaching is taking place. Teacher is an authority in Zimbabwe, is an authority figure. No one is challenging a teacher in Africa. Come to America, there's collaborative teacher and student dynamics. We talk, we learn together. Then there is community and extended family in Zimbabwe. Remember the community, extended family, we say a child is raised by a community. If you can't keep your child at home, the community will raise a child for you. In America, we find there are nuclear families, the father, the mother, and the children. Yes, in as much as they have the extended, the grandparents and stuff, but most of the times you realize the child is coming from a very neat, tight family setup. January school year starts, and here and ends in December. But here in America, school starts in August and is going to end in May. Understand these dynamics and changes so that you thrive when you come here. How prepared I was when I came here. Zimbabwean teachers are competent and world-class teachers, and we are ready to go to any other part of the world. This is proven through our training. We are trained in Zimbabwe in colleges, we are trained in universities, and we have experienced cross-diverse environments. We are very resilient and resourceful and to adapt. We have a strong foundation pedagogy, deep community values. How I was prepared as Molethi Ndebele coming here. I taught both in government and charter schools, which were private schools in Zimbabwe, and that gave me a very flexible and adaptable skills to come and fit in this public school in Florida. University training, formal training in colleges, I did my diploma, I did my degree, and we all use the psychology of child psychology and curriculum design and implementation. Cross-cultural readiness. Since I understand my own culture as a foundation, it is easier to understand the American culture, and we are all going to bridge that gap so that we fit into the American culture. Meeting every learner is where that matters. This means that accelerated learners, as you come here to US, you're going to be provided with a lot of activities. And as a teacher, you have to provide enrichment activities as well, extension tasks and leadership opportunities. Keep them challenged, keep these learners challenged. They want something that is challenging them because they're already advanced more than the African child. Keep them on track, maintain grade level instruction with varied strategies. Please check for understanding frequently. Don't assume that they know what you're talking about. Develop teaching strategies, use scaffolding techniques, use class management techniques, and gain confidence. Let the children gain confidence as well when you teach them. The key insight that I can take away from this slide is that ability groupings help you tailor instruction. You must be able as a teacher to group your learners according to their capabilities, but always ensure that every student feels seen. These children, they want to be loved, they want to be seen, they want to be valued, they want to be included in the learning community. Each and every child is different, and you must teach them as a unique classroom setup. Continuous assessment, as I alluded in the beginning, that this you should put it in mind, that the final exam is not the finish line in the United States. It never was. There's formative assessment, there's an ongoing checks during learning, observations, quizzes, discussions, and exit tickets. It's very important to have after each and every lesson the student should be given an exit ticket, whereby we are saying, you're asking them, what did you hear? What did you understand about what we've been talking about? So that you keep them engaged all the time, because they know that by the end of this lesson, I'm going to get an exit ticket. Summative assessment. This is the end of unit or term evaluation to measure overall masters. We have different semesters in the United States. So in as much as we are doing formative assessment, we are also going to have summative assessment that we do. It measures the overall master of the skills and the content that we've been teaching all along. We record and keep track all the time. Please keep in mind to document everything. Document consistently. Do not change. Parents and schools expect data from you. Keep contact with them, not just the impressions. They want to see numbers. They want to see change in their children. Okay, competence must be checked and recorded throughout the year, not just at the end of the year. Parental involvement, please embrace this. I can speak about in my country, parents, we used to call them like on consultation days and call them and say, come on opening days, come and see, meet the teacher. Then that's the end of it. Maybe they come on days like consultation days, like maybe in the middle of the year, we call them and say, hey, come and check what the children have been doing. So that means it's not consistent. It's done like maybe twice per year. In this country, in the United States of America, parents are partners. This was one of my biggest adjustments for me. Parents here actively participate in their child's education. In many ways, I was not used to back home. Homework is a family affair. Please take note that homework is a family affair. As students take home work and parents and siblings and guardians help them. Expect this plan for it works. Regular communication. Teacher-parent rapport. Parents expect updates from you as teachers. Emails. Send emails at the end of the day, beginning of the day. Send newsletters at the end of the day or at the end of the week. And parent and teacher conferences. These are beginning of the year. Come and meet the teacher. This is a new teacher. Introduce yourself. Build that rapport. Build that trust that they know they are coming to give you their child for 8 hours per day. They're giving to you. You must build that trust that this child is safe with me. Stay communicative. It means all the time. The child must not question your communication skills. The parent will say, I didn't hear anything from this teacher. So it is very important to keep track, keep communicating with the parents. What I can say about this is that it's very important to have that positive communication before you come to a negative communication. Build that trust, build that foundation. Then you start having a flow of a good year. Bear in mind your own words when you are talking to these kids. What you're used to saying in Africa, if you come here and say it to a child, it can be offensive. So mind your words. Use professional words when you are talking to the learners. These learners, we treat them like adults. Don't treat them like babies. They hear what you say. They've got feelings. They want to be loved. So be thoughtful about what you say about the students in front of other students or in front of other teachers or in front of other parents. Words carry weight here. Build the relationship. Be warm. Be respectful. Be a partner with parents, with your administration, with your colleagues. It's a community that we are raising children together in the United States of American classrooms. Embracing diversity and inclusion. The best way to succeed is to understand your own culture. Then open your mind is now open, your heart is now open to learn a new culture. Remember, we are cultural exchange. Lest we forget, because America is a good place. You end up forgetting you came here to share your culture. Don't forget why you came here. You might find in this community, the LGBT communities and families, some of your students are coming out of those kind of families. And some parents will come in for consultation. They'll come to meet the teacher. They're coming from LGBT families. Be mindful. You cannot be believing it in Africa, but here in America, it's part of our culture. Be mindful. Be respectful. and inclusive in your language and examples that you are giving in the classroom. Ethnic and racial diversity. Your classroom is a community. It includes children from different nationalities or from different cultural backgrounds, from different races, and they've got different stories to share with you. Be cognitive, the cognitive and diversity. This means that different learning abilities are a strength. It's not a burden. Design your lesson to reach every child at their level. Celebrate all backgrounds. Create a space for students to share their backgrounds and traditions. Have culture days. In my classroom, I have culture days. I'll ask them, hey, I come from Africa. My culture is Zulu culture. I wear my Zulu attires. I'll ask this one and say, you're Latin, wear your Latin stuff. Wear your Jamaican, wear your Kenyan stuff, wear your Haiti stuff. Then they'll come, we have that, and celebrate music and food as well. We have that. Diversity in your classroom is a strength. It really gives them that power that they see that they're being seen. They're being embraced as well, as you are also being embraced. How I navigated the challenges. Coming all the way from Africa, coming here, obviously you're going to meet some challenges. But I'm here. I'm standing. I'm smiling. I'm winning awards. I'm a local liaison officer. I'm the one now who is teaching people around and saying, hey, let's go to the offices and do your medicals, or let's go get your license. Let's go get this. So how did I navigate those challenges? That's mitigating challenges that worked for me. School-based training. I did a lot of school-based training that is provided onboarding mentorship and classroom support. Lean into the resources from day one. District level training. There are lots of district level training. Please sign up, because it's going to be announced and say, there is a training for this, there is training for this. Make a schedule, have a timetable, and sign up and go for training. Be exposed in the US curriculum. It's different from African curriculum. The tools and the pedagogy, it can be the same in the teaching fraternity, but it's at a broader and advanced level. You need to keep on learning. What about consulting our EPI? You are here because of EPI. Consult them. The team manager support team is always ready. They give you their own personal numbers. I would even call them at night and say, I'm crying, I'm doing this. Then the onboarding will respond and say, hey, girl, we can go for training for this. Keep on learning. Don't be rigid. Don't be stiff. Be willing to change and be willing to learn. Embrace change. Choose flexibility over resilient. Don't be resistant to change. Being open-minded, even daily, it makes a difference. Continuous learning. Keep on learning. Keep on learning. I allowed myself to be a student again. I am reading. I'm still reading. I have achieved lots of certificates. You can imagine achieving an American certificate. That's an achievement. I read. I observe what colleagues are doing. I'm asking questions. Don't be shy to ask questions around in a classroom, like in a grade level, like the kindergarten team. Go to them, consult, go to them. When I came here, I even asked them can you come and demonstrate a little bit? Because I'm a little bit confused. Go down, be humble. Right, intervention strategies. When students are struggling, consult, ask EPI, ask the administration. When you're struggling, ask everyone. Don't keep quiet. Continuous improvement and reflection. We do not learn from the experience. What did John Dewey say? We learn from reflecting from the experience. Reflect back. It's very important at the end of each week. Ask yourself, self-introspection. What worked for you? What didn't work for me? What would I do different next time, or tomorrow, or next week? How would I do this differently so that I teach honestly? I teach what is on the curriculum, what is on the we do standard-based teaching. Teach standard, what is expected of your district. So evaluate yourself. It is very important to start evaluating yourself, evaluate your strategies, and evaluate your children as well. Evaluate, critically do that. Don't be afraid to change any strategy that you have employed and say, okay, this one doesn't work. Let me do this one. Grow, grow, keep on growing. Each school year is a new year and they're new student. New classroom, new student, new year, and embrace that. And grow. Key takeaways for oncoming teachers. You are more prepared than you think. I hope I didn't scare you. I hope I'm empowering you to be world-class teachers. Imagine teaching in America, you can teach anywhere in the world. Relocation is a transformation. Be patient. Be gentle with yourself. Don't be rough. Don't be hard on yourself. Culture is not a barrier, remember. Culture is your bridge. Learn theirs. Share yours. Build strong relationship with students, parents, and colleagues. Reflect continuously and reflect constantly. Growth doesn't happen without honest self-evaluation. Lean on EPI. Lean on your school. Lean on your fellow teachers. You are not alone in this. Learn on other international teachers because you're going to be having a day we call International Teacher Day. Go attend those occasions. Go and enjoy. Go and talk with someone who comes from Africa again or who comes from another country or another continent. Please welcome to the United States of America. You are here to thrive. These are my pictures. You can see at my pictures, like, it was a dream. People cannot believe it. Like, I bought this flag, like in a flag shop. I said, I bought it in 2022. I said, by this year, I'm going to America. I have a vision. I had a vision. Then the next picture I can explain my student. I had a party with my student when I told them, I'm going to America. I will be having a culture exchange with you. Because as you do the culture exchange activities, you have to liaise with your former class. My students are now doing second grade. I left them when they were doing kindergarten. So I always liaise with them. I do activities, culture exchange with them. So that connection, my student here in America and the African student, we still have that connection. We are doing the culture exchange activities together. They are still happy. There it's me. We're coming to America on our training. Maybe you can see my pictures. Welcome to America. There's a big poster at the airport that says, welcome to America. It's like, it's a dream to be here. Then we go up to today. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I can say asante sana in Kenyan language. I can say gracious in Spanish. In my language, I can say ngiyabonga. Thank you.
Thank you, Mala, for joining us today. Hearing your experiences in the classroom and in the US, I think is so valuable for teachers who are preparing to start their own journey. So thank you again. And now we're going to keep our conversation going and answer some of your questions. So we've got a question here. Just how do I apply to EPI?
Hello, good morning, and thank you so much for being here today. So you have two ways to apply to our program. So you can go straight to our webpage, which is teachwithepi.com, and then go where it says apply to teach in the US, and it will guide you through the process. Also, you can send us an email to team@teachwithepi.com, and we will so happy to assist you through the process as well.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. Next question up here. What is the size of an average US classroom? Maybe one for our friends on support.
Yes, I would say on the small end, sometimes, especially if it's specialized class, you can have as low as 12 students, but the average is around 28, 25 students in a US classroom. Just depends on the subject and grade level.
All right, thank you, Lexi. And is there an application fee?
No, there is no any application fee.
Okay. Let's see, next one up here. When are EPI applications due?
So the EPI admissions teams processes applications year-round. So placement season and principal interviews can begin as early as January, with teachers arriving for orientation in July. So if you would like to join us for the next scholar year 2026-2027, you still having time to apply or start your application and complete it.
Okay, great. And Carrie, this may be another one for you. Is it possible to have the academic documents accredited before before starting the application?
Yeah, so if you are talking about the credential evaluation, so what we do is once you pass the two interviews with the EPI team, which is a pre-screen consultation and the teacher qualification interview, then the next step for you will be to get your credential evaluation. So we just want to make sure that you're gonna move forward with your application before you pay for your credential evaluation. But if you would like to get your credential evaluation before you start your application, you're able to. Just make sure to go to the webpage is NACES. So for us to use your credential evaluation needs to be official and it needs to be in that NACES list.
All right, thank you. And okay, here's another one. Can my spouse and I both apply to EPI?
Yes, both of you can apply. So once you start your application, please let us know that your spouse is um, doing his application as well or her application so we can link together and we will try to place you maybe on the same school, maybe on the same district so you can be together.
Okay. And okay, how do you determine where a teacher is placed? By school or school district? And maybe just can you talk a little bit about the principal interview process? So this like might be a placement question.
I can answer that one. So, with the placement interview, once you're in the approved pool, our placement team is going to be looking for opportunities with schools. So, the interview timeline does depend on school needs, specific subjects, things like that. And then we're going to find the best fit for you. Normally, most of our teachers are open to go to any school in any state. If you have a preference to be in a particular state, that's something that we need to know ahead of time, and we can try to cater to those needs. But we do usually encourage our teachers to be open to be placed anywhere in our schools because that gives more of an opportunity to be placed and come to the US. And as far as the interview, it'll be around 20 to 30 minutes usually, and we just tell our teachers to just show who you are, not just show that your content knowledge, but what you can bring to the school, your spirit of who you are, and I'm sure they'll love you.
And Lucy, just while we have you, when do principal interviews normally begin?
So normally they begin in January and they'll go through to summer. But for example, if you are looking for a placement to come in the following year, I think I saw some people ask about that. We encourage you to apply now and have your documents ready so you can get through the process. But normally we do interview through summer.
Great, thanks. Looks like we have time for one more, and I think we're gonna go back to admissions for you, Carrie. Can my family accompany me to the US?
So yes, you can bring your family. They will receive a J2 visa. So J2 dependents must be a legally married spouse or a child under the age of 21 years old.
Okay, great. Well, thank you all for your questions. It's been, I think, really informational. I'm going to pass it back to Shelley to wrap us up today.
Yep, thank you, Roy. Yep, we are coming to the end of our presentation. But before you go, we do have one last video to share with you about the impact that cultural exchange has on our teachers and their communities. So this is what our teachers have to say about their time in the United States.
I came here without knowing anything, just all the confidence that EPI provided to me.
I am very grateful and thankful for EPI support. We know that they are there, and that's a very reassuring feeling.
It is so important for us to learn about other people and their culture.
Cultural exchange is a way to showcase your own richness and vastness culture, at the same time get more knowledge from your students.
That makes you grow as a teacher and as a person. I think that every teacher that has the chance needs to take this chance because it's pure growth.
Teaching with EPI, for me, was the best opportunity.
Every time that you think you have a challenge, EPI comes with something to help you.
I would like everybody to consider seriously joining EPI because it opened doors to all these new experiences to me that are really rewarding.
And that wraps up the end of our webinar. Again, thank you all so much for taking the time to join us. Maulette, again, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today. I know your words have empowered a large number of teachers, as I can see in the chat. You did fantastic. If we did record the session today, we will be sending it to everyone in an email by the end of the week. As you continue to have questions about continuing your application, please don't hesitate to email us. Again, that email address is team@teachwithepi.com. Wherever you are in the world, we hope you have a good day or a good evening. Thank you all so much.